Mr. Fahd, thank you very much for meeting us. I really appreciate it, and congratulations on this amazing event. Yeah, I know it's inaugural, it's the first time you're doing it, but there's a lot of firsts in Saudi Arabia, and this is very exciting for you, I'm sure.
I'm so glad to see you here and enjoying it and seeing the value in it.
Thank you. So my first question is, Mr. Fahd, is at Tourise here, we're hearing a lot about the 50 years of global tourism ahead. What is your long-term vision of how Saudi Arabia will define its tourism identity, where it's going to be a new destination, but also it's going to be influencer for other countries on how modern tourism is being done?
So real vision is for Tourise to become a global platform that creates value for all its participants, partners, and sponsors and members. What we've witnessed in the first year is the birth of new coalitions between different sectors that never gathered under the roof of tourism. So our real mandate is for tourism to rise to its level and bring all other industry leaders and government entity, policymakers, NGOs under its own roof. Because tourism economy is far bigger than what we usually see in booking and travel agencies and hospitality. It's the full consumption economy that covers everything from applying and paying for a visa to a plane to a landing to cars and mobility and undergrounds to retail to sports to entertainment, and then they go and sleep in the hospitality. So the total spend is what we talk about consumption economy, and it's powered by so many services and infrastructure, tech, and all these people never gather under the roof of tourism. So instead of keeping them planning and designing in silos, let's bring them together for what? Unlock the biggest opportunities and overcome the toughest challenges that one alone or two cannot solve on their own.
Now, Saudi Arabia is now one of the fastest growing tourism markets. What specific travel behavior or trend that you see is an opportunity for Saudi Arabia to market its destinations? Because there's like a new generation of travelers now.
Yeah. So we do lots of research and we work with so many partners to identify travel triggers, travel motives, travel
trends.
I wouldn't, yeah, but it's more than just trends. Trends to me, you simply look backward. What you need is, it's good to learn from what has happened backward, even if it's the recent times, to follow what the trend is going. Fantastic. But I think there is more to it. Travel is can be a soulful experience. So what we launched recently is the soul segments. And what we mean by that is you go into real deep, the underlying reason why people travel, before you just think of categorizing them, whether for sports or culture, but why? And why do they make this choice? Who do they go with? And how do they make their choices? And we found that there are three higher value orders that actually drive there are groups that are driven by connection. So I want to go either with my spouse, or I want to go with my brothers, or my family and kids and my friends, for the sake of finding experiences that we will together enjoy and create better connections. That's one. The second, and of course there are so many subsegments from it. The second is I want to feel the sense of achievement, and I want to reward myself. So I work hard, I earn, and I just want to make sure that I start making it to new places and get into the places that maybe I wouldn't have had the ability to do. And I take pictures of it, and that's where some people, take pictures of places, tick the bucket lists and so on. And then you have the rest that want to escape the environments that they're in, and they want to immerse in different places, from cultures to nature, and not just discover other places, but allow those places to help them discover themselves. So those are the highest order buckets. From there, you go into demographic segmentation, and it's quite really interesting. And you see that we also study what resonates with people, what stays the longest. So we hired a couple of neuroscientists from Oxford University, and to develop the memorability index. what do people remember the most? And we try to map what drives that memorability with each and every segment. And with that, we start sharing this data with our partners so we know how to target with the right content, with the right value and benefit that they're looking for, knowingly or unknowingly.
Right. One more question for you. With all this explosive growth in destinations Saudi Arabia, there is a warning about workforce. Workforce are not as big as the opportunity, it seems like. It seems like Saudi Arabia now in a crunch mode, trying to prepare that workforce. How you guys are planning to tackle that? And I know Saudi Arabia is a young society, so maybe that's an opportunity for you guys.
Yeah. So if you go back in time, maybe 3-4 years, we established our model that has guided us. And it was an AI model, but that wasn't AI as in artificial intelligence. It was authenticity and innovation. We should always balance between the two, because what you need is to digitize friction, digitize the expected, but make sure you humanize delight, you humanize the unexpected. And you don't do this to protect the jobs for people. That's not a protection driven policy. But if you really want to delight the travelers the best and the most, then you need to make sure that the last mile remains human. Now, that guided us into what do we need to train. So in terms of jobs, authenticity will always take you to places that are villages and neighborhoods and remote areas that people would like to discover the unknown.
Yeah.
So you create jobs into remote areas, but that's one thing. So being true and authentic is one. The second is you need to train for technology and innovation. So innovation is creativity, innovation is tech, and now innovation is AI and agentic. And you need jobs and you need to skill for those as well. But I don't believe you and I would want to go and watch a robot performing, or I don't want a warm welcome by a digital screen. We all will need that human interaction.
One last question.
Yeah.
There's a lot of disruptors in the market right now.
Yeah.
Changing demographics, AI, as you said.
Yeah.
And basically new trends in travel. How you guys are planning to face these disruptors in the future?
By one thing, being the global largest living laboratory for tourism.
Wow. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.